Everybody goes crazy for this baked crab cake with colossal lump crab meat, much less fussy than pan frying and just as buttery and crisp, and just enough breadcrumbs to hold the meat together. We aren't skipping on the crab meat either. Look at this. This is Cooking Companion TV, your home for fanciful food made playfully practical. I'm Jenna, and this crab cakes recipe is part of a mini series all about canned crab meat, and there are 2 other recipes plus all the info you need for where to buy the best crab meat. If that's your kind of vibe, join me, subscribe, and turn on those notifications for all the recipes coming your way. Let's get right to it. First, what type of crab meat is best for crab cakes? This isn't about a brand of tin crab meat. It's about the species, specifically Indonesian blue swimming crab, because in my experience, it is the cleanest and freshest tasting, and look at the size of these lumps. This in particular is colossal lump. It's about 2 inches long. I've also used jumbo lump, which is about 1 inch long, and both are great for a crab cake recipe because you want those jeweled lumps to stand out. I get mine from oceanbox.com, and you can get yours there too. There is a link in the video description. Let's get into the baked crab cake recipe. The recipe makes 12, and it's an egg with chopped parsley, half a cup of mayo. You see some Dijon mustard there because sometimes I cut my mayo with Dijon mustard. It's equally creamy but tangier. And we also use Dijon mustard and whole grain mustard as well. Then Worcestershire and Old Bay and salt and pepper. This gets mixed together first because once we add the meat, we'll just be folding it to hold all the lumps together. Now, pour in the meat. I rinse these off to get rid of the extra salt, and I love these slow-mo shots of falling crab meat. It's so romantic. Now we fold. Since this is colossal, you'll notice how soupy the mixture looks. It's almost like there isn't enough meat for it to cover, so let's get the breadcrumbs in and see how it shapes up. I've measured out half a cup, but we'll only use what we need, so add in a little, stir, check consistency, only add more if it doesn't stay in a scoop when scooped. And usually I'd say not to stir too vigorously because you don't want to break up the crab meat here, but I kind of do want to break this up. The meat is still so large that we won't be losing any of that meaty texture if I press a little harder. If this were just jumbo lump, we'd want to maintain that integrity. And it stays when scooped. And I didn't use all my breadcrumbs. It now sits in the fridge for at least 30 minutes to further firm up. Use 1/3 of a cup measuring cup to portion them out onto a greased baking sheet. Now lightly brush on melted butter. This is mostly to give a browned appearance, so it's optional but highly recommended. Then bake at 400 degrees for 15 minutes or until they're lightly browned on top. Serve them hot or even at room temperature. They don't even need a sauce to go with them. I created this recipe for oceanbox.com because I'm their content creator, and they are also my source for my own seafood at home. Yes, they hire me and I'm a paying customer, and I have an affiliate link in the video description which helps support more tasty experiments like this one. So what do you think? Dinner party? Dink dinner party? What wine do we serve? Oh y'all. Again, if you're into fanciful food for playful people, especially if you're a child-free foodie like me, subscribe to the channel for more everyday decadence and say hello. I'll see you in the next one.